SSPX can't accept Vatican II because they say it taught heresy, or its documents are deliberately ambiguous. Why make them accept it?
Because the Church teaches that since ecumenical councils rest on papal authority, they can't teach doctrinal error. They can be misunderstood, or twisted of course, but no doctrinal teaching from them will be wrong. However, Archbishop Lefebvre said in 1974 that the Second Vatican Council was derived, quote, from heresy and ends in heresy, even if all its acts are not formally heretical, end quote. But SSPX isn't free to hold this view. St. Paul VI stated that the Council's teachings, quote, must be accepted with docility and sincerity by all the faithful, according to the mind of the Council as expressed in the nature and aims of the individual documents, end quote. And Pope Benedict stated in a 2005 address, the Church both before and after the Council was and is the same Church, end quote. Vatican II was not a break or rupture. As for the claims of ambiguities, Vatican II's documents hold no ambiguities for those who read them with the mind of the Church and listen to her interpretation of them. Doing anything else doesn't make any sense.
But after the Council, so many abuses were seen, and SSPX were trying to remedy them. Should we blame them for this?
In the same way, no one should blame the Council for abuses. No one should blame the Council for those who didn't implement its texts or twisted them to serve their own personal agendas. Besides, as St. Paul VI said to Archbishop Lefebvre, the mission of remedying abuses belongs to the Pope and the bishops in union with him, not SSPX.
But what about the new form of Mass and Sacraments that came after Vatican II? SSPX teach they're a danger to the faith.
That's the Society's view. With extreme language, Archbishop Lefebvre said in 1974 that Vatican II was instrumental in, quote, the abolition of the sacrifice of the Mass and of the sacraments, end quote. And he used the most unrestrained language in describing the new rite of Mass, calling it a bastard rite, and the sacraments bastard sacraments, not knowing, he said, if they still give grace, end quote. But the facts are that just as papal authority approved the 1962 Missal, the liturgical reforms of Vatican II were likewise approved, and therefore can't be a danger to the faith. As beautiful as the 1962 Missal was, over 2,000 bishops at Vatican II asked for this Missal to be reformed. This, the Church, led by the Holy See, has a right to do, as Pope Pius XII stated in Mediator Dei. And as Vatican II repeated, quote, the regulation of the sacred liturgy depends solely on the authority of the Church, that is, on the Apostolic See, end quote.
But SSPX claimed that the 1962 Missal can never be changed by anyone.
By anyone, that is, except a pope. And this was done after the Council, and has been done many times throughout history. St. John Paul II said that throughout the centuries, succeeding Roman pontiffs directed their energies to ensure that the rites and liturgical books were brought up to date and, when necessary, clarified, end quote. So the Roman Rite Missal hasn't remained static. On the contrary, Vatican II teaches, quote, the liturgy is made up of immutable elements, divinely instituted, and of elements subject to change. These not only may, but ought to be changed with the passage of time, if they have suffered from the intrusion of anything out of harmony with the inner nature of the liturgy, or have become unsuited to it, end quote. And it's the Church who decides what those mutable elements are, not SSPX nor anyone else. What the Pope approves, the Church approves, because where Peter is, there is the Church. In 1969, Pope Paul VI approved the new Missal, and so has every pope after him. Pope Benedict spoke of the theological depth of the new Missal, and Pope Francis said that in the new Missal is to be found the great richness of the Roman liturgical tradition. Catholics, therefore, don't pit one Missal against the other.